So this is a place we never anticipated going to, whereas in many other places, corporate America is invading the community. But what's so different about this place?
Welcome to Flushing.
Flushing is a thriving multicultural hub. From English to Spanish, Chinese, and Japanese, everything is being communicated in so many different ways in the market, from the signs of local businesses to
Campaign posters. Local politicians participate in the community through these bilingual posters, reaching out to their constituents and talking directly to them. Even in the subway station, advertisements target the multilingual residents of Flushing, asking them in languages they are familiar with to spin and win or use Infomel. Multiple newspapers cater to this community, sharing the news in another language, and local stores such as GNC highlight that their employees speak Mandarin.
we even see the blend of languages with this froyo shop with Spanish and English that give different meanings to what one understands of the name. Throughout Flushing, signs and menus use a combination of languages to reach the whole community, and the makers of these signs are participants in the community. They say, beware the great bed bugs that lie here because chinches don't play. Now, here, I was drawn to one of the most communal malls I saw in Flushing. There were three. In the Flushing Mall, I was greeted by the numerous flags and signs that centered the US right in my face. I saw some signs for classes in Chinese and English through drawing, then came through a somewhat lonely mall and ran into this amazing interaction. Then I saw some rather eccentric cows and a dance studio next door. It just made me realize that this mall was designed for the community, using the language of the community. The New World Mall, however, was a fusion. Give the name a little bit of thought and see what it tells you. Yeah, this mall was much more crowded and much fancier than the previous mall, still blending languages and creating a clear multilingual and multicultural hub, but one that is catered to the market, one that is catered to making money.
In this type of space, authorities and institutions dictate the behavior of those in the community and only use the languages of the community in order to enforce rules. No activities are allowed on the stage. No sitting or eating, mistranslated into Spanish.
Ni saben cómo traducir bien.
No smoking and no stealing. This multilingual sign warns community members not to steal, but only those who speak English are warned by the Government Crime Prevention Unit of these pickpockets. So who are the pickpockets then? And who is being warned about them? Even back in the Flushing Mall with the colorful cows, mall management avoids responsibility through a bilingual sign: no climbing. This was a theme that was especially true for the monolinguistic corporations that have invaded Flushing. In these non-communal spaces, multilingualism only serves to police or avoid the community, not to participate in it. So while you can order a basic espresso drink at Starbucks, if you want to order a pumpkin spice latte or vanilla bean frappuccino, you are out of luck. The rest of the corporate chains do not incorporate any other languages into their menus. If you read Chinese in Popeyes, you can only learn how to give the Heimlich maneuver, not how much the chicken costs. Although Burger King played host to a group of women conversing in Chinese, they had nothing to read in the whole establishment. Maybe if they spoke Spanish, they would be informed of the wet floor. McDonald's had the same warning sign, but if you spoke Chinese or Korean, you could learn that restrooms are for customers only. Outside of TD Bank, you could smile about the fact that you're being videotaped, but you can't read when the store is open or who the manager is.
In the public library, the only sign in four languages is this one. Community members are given no help in finding books in their language, but they are warned to watch their belongings. The library is not responsible for them. Bilingual and multilingual signs only exist to provide minimal information to exclude or to avoid culpability. They did not start new conversations but stop communication altogether. These institutions made no effort to be a part of this beautiful multilingual community.
The local government services also did not make any effort to communicate with the community. Signs are only in English even when surrounded by local Chinese writing, so only English speakers can read about the crosswalk or where to park, or even if a restaurant whose menu is entirely in Chinese is sanitary. The government is meant to cater to the people. In a democracy, the people have the power, but the people in Flushing cannot read their government signs.
With this, the most transgressive sign that tells the reader how to urinate, and handwriting tells the reader to learn English. The sign declares that we need to change, but we don't have to. They do.
This mural depicts a different Flushing, one that doesn't need to change or cater to corporate America.
This Flushing is a multicultural community which celebrates the different languages that permeate it.
Monolinguistic institutions are failing to be a part of this Flushing because they refuse to embrace Flushing for the vibrant community it is.